Coming up on Apex TV 360, mobility in the automotive aftermarket. What is it and what does it mean for you?
And that, we think, is going to drive a lot of the changes in services, business models, opportunities in the industry.
I'm Kimberly Bottom for Apex TV 360, and we've got another great interview on this episode, providing insight and perspective on how the future of mobility may unfold. Please welcome Neil Ganguly, Managing Director at Deloitte Consulting and leader of the firm's automotive supplier consulting practice. Neil, I'm excited you'll be joining us at Apex as the keynote speaker.
Kimberly, we're certainly looking forward to being at Apex this year. What we'll be doing really there is we as a firm have invested a lot in terms of understanding the future of mobility, how it impacts the automotive industry and the extended industry ecosystem, and in particular, how it impacts the audience at Apex.
So can you give us a brief overview now of how mobility may impact the aftermarket?
The industry is at an inflection point. When I say industry, I'll mean the automotive industry in general, and it is driven by three mega trends. One, the regulatory pressures that are driving lightweighting, electrification, sustainability, and environmental pressures across the globe. Number two, consumer preferences, which in particular around metropolitan areas that are crowded, as well as with our millennials, are driving using mobility as a service and using shared modes of transport more than owning an asset that is your vehicle, right? And number three, there is a lot of new players that are trying to establish themselves given the connected vehicle, the autonomous vehicle, and the trends in technology that are really driving the vehicle to become a moving computer. This then is moving a shift from just very simply owned vehicles that are driven about 90 to 95% are idle, that are driven only 4 to 5% of the time today, right? It's shifting from that to a shared vehicle mobility paradigm, which will drive up the asset efficiencies on the one hand, and also it's driving towards more and more driver autonomous, where driver is gradually taken away so that you then open up productive work or entertainment consumption time within the vehicle.
Really looking forward to your presentation at Apex, Neil. And I understand you have some online resources for people who'd like to get a head start.
Around all of our future mobility research, please visit and encourage others to visit our FOM collection at dupress.com. We have a wealth of information there, and we'll bring all of it with us to Apex this year.
Thank you, Neil. Neil's presentation is just one way Apex is keeping you ahead of the mobility curve. Make sure to schedule some time to visit the Mobility Park, featuring over 40 under-the-hood training sessions. Topics include the future of battery technology, electronic parking brakes, Tesla S battery modules, and ADAS crash avoidance. You'll also see live demonstrations at the Mobility Park and an entire pavilion dedicated to electric cars. To check it out, head to the link lot outside of the Sands Expo Center. Inside the Sands Expo, you'll find a wealth of educational opportunities, like this session that was at Apex 2016. Melissa Lamson of Lamson Consulting gave some helpful tips for expanding your business globally. Her biggest takeaway: don't expect to do it alone. Gather advice from people who've successfully expanded into the market that you're interested in, and build a network of people in that market to help you.
Reach out to those agents and those third-party negotiators in those particular markets that they can then talk to and find out, hey, what's the best way to enter this market, and can you look for potential business partners for us? And they'll take a small commission, but certainly it's worthwhile because then you really identify clearly who's the best partner for you instead of sort of running all over the whole market and not knowing exactly who's the right one.
Apex 2017 will have dozens of informative sessions just like that one, and you can start building your schedule now. Just go to apexshow.com and click on Apex EDU. Sessions are still being added, so check back for updates. And now for our Apex TV Technology Spotlight, which just so happens to be a light. The Fred Light Pro by Wagon Tech is a new product winner from Apex 2016.
We designed the Fred Pro really out of the idea that people are demanding more. And we're really excited about the The new Fred Pro, it's brighter, it's more water resistant. It's for the marketplace, for professionals, and even emergency services alike.
This waterproof, shatterproof tool can be used at home, in the shop, or on the road, with a flashing setting for emergency roadside situations, or a bright flashlight feature for everyday use. New products like this are just one reason that Apex is a must-attend event for aftermarket professionals. We're in the home stretch of Apex 2017, so here are some tips to help you prepare. If you're exhibiting, get those products and services ordered as soon as possible. Early bird deadlines are coming up, so ordering now will save you some cash. As always, the exhibitor's service guide on the Apex website can help you with any questions that you have. If you're attending, now is the time to make sure your travel plans are all set. Hotels are selling out fast and flights are booking up. Luckily, the Travel tab at apexshow.com can help you secure discounted rates for all your accommodation needs. For even more advice on how to maximize your Apex experience, just follow Apex on Instagram. We'll be posting a tip of the day under the Stories feature. Plus, weekly contests will be starting in October, so use the hashtag Apex17 on all your social media platforms for a chance to win prizes. That's a wrap on this episode of Apex TV 360. I'm Kimberly Bottom.